Three Grots in a Vox is intended for a mature audience. This means there will be crude language and discussions of adult themes, especially if we're talking about Tactical Marines or Gabriel Seth. Viewer discretion is not only advised but encouraged. All opinions are our own and often given for humorous purposes. Any advice is given largely for entertainment purposes and should probably be ignored. But if you do learn something useful, count it as a win.
I've come here to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum.
Reminds me of that bit in Avengers where what's her name with the silly little hair?
Oh yeah.
She goes, we do two things. We here to kick names and take ass.
Well, if I'm honest, I never think of it from that movie. I mean, it's one of the greatest movies, one of the most ridiculous fight scenes that I've ever seen in any movie ever.
Which bit?
There's that really ridiculous bit with Roddy Piper and Carl Weathers.
Yes.
They have like a 15-minute brawl.
Yes. I actually don't think it's Carl Weathers. It's the guy from the end of The Thing.
Yes, it's sorry. Yeah, it's not Carl Weathers, is it? It's what's his name? Oh shit, it's going to bug me because he's also in and there's another one. I remember him from Saints Row.
I know exactly who you're talking about. It's Keith Davids.
Keith David, that was it. Yeah.
Yes. So welcome.
We actually started then. We're not talking about lines from They Live, one of the greatest movies of all time that we disgustingly snubbed on our greatest movies of the 80s video.
Did we snub it? Did we?
We did.
We did, yeah, because we decided that we could only have so much Carpenter on that list.
Oh my goodness. Mark, have you seen They Live?
No.
Oh my goodness. So Mark has to watch it and then
I've been holding off saying that because I didn't want to spark this conversation, but no, I've not seen it.
This is important stuff. Like, nobody cares about the releases. They were a week ago at this point. By the time this video goes live, everyone's forgotten it happened.
Yeah.
So,
hey Siri, remind me to buy Mark They Live for Christmas.
Thank you very much indeed.
I'll admit that line to me is Duke Nukem, not Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Yeah, you're right. It is Duke Nukem.
Fair. That reminds me. I need to get both of your presents this year.
Okay.
Let's play some Duke Nukem now. Proper Duke Nukem. So 3D. All the other ones, 1, 2, and 3D were good. All the rest was awful.
Yes, and the other one took 15 years to make, and it was still awful. So
it took 15 years before they said they were making it, and it came out. They didn't actually spend 15 years making it.
Okay.
Well, didn't they make it they nearly finished it about 3 times or something, then scrapped it and started again?
Yeah, pretty much.
Because my favourite bit in that whole debacle, apart from the weirdly pornographic section, which was just unnecessarily creepy, there was that bit where it like takes the piss out of Halo. So I'll show you how a real Space Marine or something operates. And you think you're punching at a much better game.
Oh, there's some news there as well, isn't there? Wow, Halo coming to PS5.
That's crazy, isn't it?
It was going to happen eventually. I've never been a fan of exclusives anyway. I know a lot of people do, but I think that, to be honest, I've always felt that exclusive is just a bit of gatekeeping.
Oh, they're reasons to buy particular consoles, because if you want to play this really, really good game, you can only play it on here. And
Nintendo are the kings of that, aren't they? Because, of course, if you want to play Mario, you buy a Nintendo.
Yeah.
There's no other choices.
Yeah.
I get that. That's fair. Well, it reminds me a lot of what happened in, was it early 90s or so, when Sega were getting out of the console business and they stopped making games. They stopped making consoles and they just started making games only. And that's kind of what Microsoft might be doing.
Because the Dreamcast was released in, 1999?
Was it that?
Something like that.
Yeah, the Dreamcast was the failure, wasn't it? Because the Saturn was somewhat popular.
It wasn't necessarily a failure. It sold quite well, although the sales sort of dropped off a cliff when the PS2 came out. But it was almost that Sega didn't expect it to sell well and already sort of given up before giving it a real go.
Which sounds a lot like what Microsoft has done right now. And now, of course, we've got the announcement of this Steam machine as well over the last couple of days.
Oh, I saw that Steam machine. Yeah, that looks interesting.
It does look interesting. Should we talk some Warhammer stuff then? And then we can, what are we looking at? Why am I looking at it? Why should I care?
So, what, a week ago they had the Warhammer World Championship, and apparently there were some Blood Angel lists in there, and people want you to do videos on them on Blood Angels Commander John. So, I'm sure if you haven't already thought of that, you're probably going to be doing something along those lines sooner or later. But they also previewed a whole load of new models and a Warhammer Plus series and a bunch of other shit. So, yeah.
We're going to go over all of it because I think that maybe we haven't seen all of it. I'm very bad for just looking at the 40k stuff, I must admit. So
just start with the first one in the bottom right. Click on
let's go for it
in a new window, and then
we'll take it from there.
Tab. Yeah.
All right, so Warhammer Quest.
Warhammer Quest has always been great.
Yeah. I didn't buy Silver Tower, and I regret it.
Did you? Did you not? I actually bought Silver Tower and ended up selling it.
Did you? So I bought the first one of those more modern ones that I bought was the Blackstone Fortress.
Yeah, and that one and the other one after it, they have the history of like selling out really fucking quickly, and then
I was one of those lucky people.
You can never get the expansions again after like.
No, I missed all the expansions for Curse City and actually for some of the ones for the Blackstone Fortress. But I was lucky enough to get Curse City in its first run.
Can I ask a question about Curse City before we dive into what is Darkwater?
Is the question what the hell happened with that?
Yeah, because it felt like as an outside adventure. Normally, you can see behind me, I have Hero Quest. So I like these games. I especially like probably playing these games, especially because my kids are getting to the age where they would like to roll dice and kill goblins now.
Yep.
Cursed City was honestly, it felt like if you didn't pre-order it, there was zero chance of ever getting it. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah, so there was that whole launch debacle where they just didn't make nearly enough copies.
Well, rumour had it there was a licensing issue and they had to do something to cut it off and wait for them to be able to resolve the licensing issue before they made any more of it.
There was some sort of rumour that was the reason, because they did that release, ran out really fast, and then they kind of
didn't talk about it for 6 months or whatever it was.
Yeah, and then they did another release, and it was much easier to get that second time. And I think they did a version of it without any of the books as well at one point.
But after that, it was just completely off the shelves. Like, whereas I feel.
So the controversy was in the earlier previews, a bit like this thing we're looking at the moment. They talked about it becoming it was going to be a standard game.
Yeah.
You could buy it anytime, you could play it anytime, blah, 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 blah. Then they released it and went back and edited the article and removed that section. People had screenshotted it.
Yeah.
And people were like, hang on, you told us that we were going to be able to buy this forever. And actually, it turned out that we could only buy it on that one thing, mate. The miniatures in it were awesome. Like, absolutely some of the best kind of creepy skeletons and that they've ever made. And you couldn't get it. And then they went back and said, oh, no, we've always said that it was going to be a limited release. And then when people started pointing out that it wasn't, they started blocking them and banning them and all this sort of nonsense. And GW made a right PR fiasco of the whole thing. But eventually, when it did come back out, most people who wanted one, as far as I know, did manage.
Did they do a made-to-order when they re-released it?
Yeah, eventually they went to like a made-to-order thing.
All right, I must have completely missed that. I just thought it. I thought I'd missed it, and I guess I was just waiting for the next release. So this is, so Silver Tower and the other one, like Shadow Owner Hammerhall.
Yeah,
they're
just gone now, right? Like they're legends. They don't exist anymore as well.
To be fair to them, they're self-contained anyway. So
sure,
you had them. You don't need anything extra for them. You buy a board game. That's it. They keep on going.
And to be honest, I've gone back and I've played. I reckon I've played Blackstone Fortress more now it's gone than before it went.
Okay.
Just because it's wicked. I like Blackstone Fortress. Really cool miniatures, cool atmosphere. And the same with Curse City. Really cool atmosphere, really fun game. And I hope this is the same, if I'm honest. I haven't looked into it too much, but I probably will get it because I've really enjoyed the last two.
Yeah, I mean, games like this, they're never bad. And if you've got like 2 or 3 decent friends who aren't dickheads to play with, then yeah, you can always have good fun with these sorts of things, make a good campaign out of them. They always got a bit of good progression and leveling up for your characters
and beautiful miniatures.
Yeah,
because of the whole you never have multiple of them. The fact that they're monopose just means they can be really stunning, and the repetition is not an issue.
Can I ask this question? Is that board the book?
Looks like it, doesn't it? That has been the fashion for a number of board games that I've seen recently. When the book itself is like a ring bound, although that one looks like more of a hardback, and you just open it up, and the pages opened up is the different.
I don't know. Scroll down, see if it tells us.
Okay, so it says it's a thrilling co-op game. You pick a hero. You got 38-page flat book map to match your scenario. Oh,
yeah,
right here.
Right.
Use miniature cards, dice, and you battle for the fate of Everspring. I'm actually not very familiar with the Age of Sigmar or lower.
Couldn't give a shit about it. But
cooperative 1 to 4 players is good.
Nice, like that. Let's have a look at some of these new miniatures. He looks great.
He looks sort of grey on nighty kind of.
Very very old Warhammer Fantasy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he reminds me of. If you ever played Warhammer Online, he reminds me a little bit of that Knight of the Blazing Skull. Was it Knight of the Blazing Sun?
And of course, they've in Age of Sigmar, they've done a whole load of stuff with like the cities of Sigmar, which is full of just people in these sort of basic armor who are refugees from Old World or something like that.
This one I'm not sold on because it looks like. Did you remember Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Yes.
You know when the vampires used to go all vampire-y?
Yes.
Look at the face on that.
Yeah, like the brow. Yeah,
like the brow comes in. It looks like Spike's gone all vampire-y.
Yeah, I can see that. It might just be the shading and whatnot. But no, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, so I'm not sold on that face. That's
kind of
it's
cool.
all right. It's just a bit wizardy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cleric reminds me of a D&D cleric or something, and then of course
wicked. I like him though.
I mean, that's classic dwarf, isn't
that's
it?
Proper, and with the hood and that as well. It's real hench. That one's good. So, all right, 2 out of 4 miniatures being pretty good. I'll go with that.
Imagine that one going diggy hole quite happily, can't you?
I'm thinking of that one. You remember when he's like, "It still only counts as one."
Yeah, absolutely. All right, what else we got here?
I haven't watched that in a while. Might be time for the annual rewatch of the Lord of the Rings extended movies going into Christmas.
That's what Christmas is for, isn't it?
It's one of the things. No, Christmas this year is for Stranger Things, but yeah, that too.
Since I had a child, I don't get to watch these sorts of things anymore because he will wake up and he will be traumatized. I can't figure out what's going on with that miniature. It's too busy and it just looks shit. But maybe in a different angle, it'd be better.
I was going to say, is it like a centaur?
I cannot tell.
Yeah. I think it's supposed to be a centaur, but the description doesn't say.
It's like a centaur, but not a horse.
Yeah.
Or at least not completely a horse.
Okay, yeah, I like this guy. I like his shaggy trousers.
This guy looks cool. He's like
it's a bear guy, isn't it, or something?
Yeah. And
that's
then
cool. I like him. That's a proper wizard, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the green wizard from Lord of the Rings, really, isn't it? With his little beast.
Yes, life wizard, yeah.
Except bare feet, but yeah.
No, cool. I like that. He's a pretty good wizard.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we couldn't have a board game in the old world without some Nurglings showing up, could we?
Right, I'm going to say something controversial now.
Yeah.
I've never painted a Nurgle miniature. I've painted a lot. And it's because, and I know this is the idea, that grossed me out too much, so I don't want to.
I kind of agree. They're beautiful models from a physical point of view, but if it looks like you've sneezed on it, then
the whole kind of
great
pussy, gross aesthetic is just. I've never had any desire to paint anything in that stuff. The other Chaos Gods love it. I love painting Zinch. You can do crazy shit with color schemes and the Slaneshi stuff. You get some really beautiful, rich colors in there. Khorne, happy to do a load of gore, but this kind of like pestilency.
Yeah, it's all very well saying you can paint some beautiful, disgusting, disease, ugly-looking stuff.
Really good. I've seen some incredible work.
Yeah.
Go right back to David Soper's original Nurgle Predator that he did, the whole scratch-built one, Golden Demon.
And there's absolutely nothing to do with the fact that Death Guard continually kick Blood Angel's ass all the fucking time.
Just don't like them.
Okay. Well, we've got another pestilence, the Cyst Witch. That's an interesting name.
Yeah, sure. That looks kind
of.
Going
further than that, they've got those guys riding the giant snails with their little feet.
Oh yeah.
That looks
creep me out too much.
If you just go back to that little witch thing again, that looks straight out of The Witcher to me. Like one of the sort of weird Celtic witch things that they have him coming across and fighting every now and then.
Oh, I know where
That's
you're
kinda
going.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like Witcher 3,
yeah, yeah,
I'm always looking for
Ags or whatever they were called.
yeah.
like a conversion option, and this guy is very cool. I feel like
He's
He's
probably
cool.
my favourite of them.
he feels
He
like he
reminds
could
me a
be
lot of
any
sort of Dark Soulsy Elden Ring boss kind of look to
Yeah.
him, really.
any sort of Nurgle character in the Death Guard. This guy with an axe, which they all have typically,
Yeah.
the cleaver.
Yeah, it's the whole reaping kind of
Yeah.
thing, isn't it?
He's a little bit like Butcher from Diablo reminiscent, is he?
Hmm.
Yeah, so
And then a shaman.
that's
A
big, man.
Skaven. Yeah. Or an
Beast
undead
Man, isn't
Skaven,
he?
or whatever it is.
Yeah, I think it's a beastman.
Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I think that looks like a heart
Oh,
in
yeah,
his
too many
hand.
horns. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm mistaken.
So some sort of beastman shaman.
And we got some
Zombies.
minging
Demon zombie things.
Foxwalkery sorts of things.
Yeah.
Blight Templars.
Some
They're cool.
Death Guard,
Yeah, they are
Yeah,
literally Death Guard. Yeah.
pretty much.
Poxwalkers. They're
Definitely
Pox
zombies.
Wretches.
Pox Wretches. They're not Poxwalkers, they're Pox Wretches.
I love them though. They look cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They all look unique enough and different enough in how they work. That's nice.
Pestigores.
Yeah, which
I
are
like
just
that they brought Pestigores back. That was a classic.
There's a lot of models in this box. You get a lot of value out of these boxes. They never
Dude.
they charge not cheap, but they're also not over the top in what they charge on these. Either.
Oh, I'll tell you what blew my mind. Did you see the price of the new Blood Bowl?
How much was it?
70 quid.
no, it's good.
I was expecting 120.
Yeah, fair.
You know why? It's because they don't have the star players and the refs that the last game did.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
just two teams and things. But still,
And also
two
they've
teams,
cut
rule
teams
books
down
and
as
that-
well. Yeah,
Sorry?
they've cut teams down as well with the new team building rules in third
Well,
ed.
what they've done is they've made it so that you can build all the positions are in the box,
Yeah, you still need more linemen, but yeah,
which is
people.
a way of doing it. I know a lot of people are bemoaning the loss of their favourite teams and things, but a part of it, I think, is to kill the 3D printing market because there's so many 3D printed beautiful teams out there.
Yeah, I mean, you can still buy the 3D printed ones to build a team out of anyway, so I don't really.
Yeah,
see
well, I
it
don't
making
think it has
that
any
much
real
difference.
effect, but I think that was the idea. Because people
It's
use-
in line with the philosophy they've had with 40k, which is here's what you buy in the box, that's your unit.
Yeah,
No
absolutely.
customization whatsoever.
I don't think we needed a third edition Blood Bowl, but that's a different conversation. But I'll tell you what, I did look at it. I
GW
thought that's
shareholders
good value box.
Hmm.
And I suspect this will be as well. The previous ones have all been really good. I like
Have you
those
guys seen
Chelsea
this? Have I ever had this mug out while you guys have been around?
No, I've never seen that. That's cool.
One of my local gaming group got this for me one year as a Christmas present,
Oh, look at you.
That is wicked. I do like that.
and it's now got a hot cup of spiced apple in it.
You could make these into Nurglings.
I think they're cool. I like them.
Oh, they're awesome! Yeah, they're very
They're
cool.
like.
They're creepy little fuckers. They are.
Yeah.
All right.
I do like
The book looks cool, man, with the different levels in it. Must admit.
It's a clever
It's a-
idea because it
it's a-
does get away from because the tiles were a bit annoying with the previous games.
I guess it gives you so many more maps, right? Like you could
Yeah.
put a campaign on each map, get from A to B.
Yeah, and if you've got like an 80-page book, then that's 40 different map layouts. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've seen it a few
38
times in
pages,
board
but
games
yeah.
recently. So yeah, you know what I mean.
cool. And then they showed off a preview of various cards, I guess,
Ah,
which
I
are
don't care
like
about
Act 1,
Yeah.
solo
Yes.
play.
I don't really care. This is all getting.
Apart from that, it's
into
got solo
mechanics.
play, which is fun.
Okay.
Alright.
All right, so that was
Yeah,
a
that's
very
the
quick
thing.
look
All
at.
right, so let's give it a thumbs up or thumbs down rating. John?
Yeah, I would like it. I just feel like I don't have enough time for it, but I'll give it a thumbs up. You're
I
in the
like it in
middle?
principle, but I'm not going to spend money on it.
I would buy it, but I think the Nurgle, I don't like the Nurgle. The only thing holding me back is I don't like that Nurgle.
I get to play board games, generally speaking, once, maybe twice a year if I'm lucky. When I go on my WoW Guild meets for a week and a half, every March-ish, and the amount of board games I can take with me is limited due to space in the car, because we drive across from here to the Netherlands, and there's normally like 3 or maybe even 4 of us in the car. So what I can take is limited. So, am I going to take this game that I'm going to play like once or twice, and I need to build and paint on the models to have the best experience out of it? Probably not, but it does look cool.
I normally buy those ones for the models, if I'm honest. And this one, the models aren't as good, I don't feel, as the previous couple of games have done.
Fair enough.
There's some cool models in there.
Yeah, no, I think if you're a Death Guard player, there'd be very cool models in there. The next World Championship preview is an Age of Sigmar preview, and it is the Maggot Kin of Nurgle. So I'll play the video.
This is Nurgle Demonkin, basically.
Yeah, so I'm glad they brought Festus back.
Oh, yeah. He looks way cooler than he did before, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, the metal model
I can never tell them apart. It's a blob of green mess with a name on it, and I can never remember what the names are. They're never, like, iconically... Oh, that's that character.
Festus is one of the classics. He's a...
Yeah,
he had years.
Yeah. He had a big throne. Like, his throne is kind of quirky in the metal model.
So the old metal model was the throne was sort of carried on by Nurglings, wasn't it?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, that guy. Oh, right.
Yes.
It's a classic old Warhammer Fantasy miniature. It's been redone. Yeah. And they've done a reasonable job of it. I quite like the weird plague toad thing that he's riding on.
Yeah, it's cool.
That is, again, also out of The Witcher 3, or very much like it, with the giant uber mega demon toad thing that you had to fight in
I mean, he's weird, isn't it? That's not even like a plague toad. It's like a plague slug thing.
It looks like a slug.
So it's a very cool miniature. I just have no desire to paint.
Oh, God, imagine trying to get to all the details on that.
There's too much detail on all GW miniatures these days, but
it'd
be all right. It'd be all right. Because things like that, the beauty of all that detail, and I think it's part of the reason they do it, is if you're an average painter like we are, then just slapping loads of washes and grime and stuff like that will get work all that detail.
I'm sure there's a contrast paint for Nurgling that would go pretty well on that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So,
like 3 or 4 of them.
I'm not gonna say they're easy to paint, but they're easy to make look good. If that makes sense.
Oh, a mate of mine did a really good recipe for his Death Guard when I asked him for the recipe and he wanted to. He'd been painting some Death Guard for his own army, and I thought that looks really cool. I want to paint one of them for my collection of one of every army that I still haven't done. And you probably can't see it very well here, but
no,
we can't, unfortunately.
It's very yellowy.
It does look yellow, and then it's sort of shaded in from there and painted and highlighted and stuff, and it's really kind of cool. If anybody's interested, I'll share a link somewhere in the Discord or whatever, but it's very easy to do and looks very, very good in the end.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got Nurgle Knights on horseback.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they look cool. Is that horses they're on?
Yeah, it's like plaguey horse.
Yeah, like zombie dead horse things. Yeah, exactly.
There's Sloven Knights, which is a pretty cool concept.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then to add to that, we've got Putrid Blight Kings.
Okay, cool.
It's all right.
Look like
that's like me if I took my shirt off and put a hat on.
Rot Swords.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, pretty gross.
Small Nurgle Knights, isn't it? Really, when you get right down to it.
Pestigors.
Pestigors. That's nice to bring them back. And I quite like the way that they've sort of their noses are all rotted off.
It's really kind of following on from the board game, because GW normally do a reasonable job of saying, we've released these models in this board game, here are some data sheets for them to use them in your army. They're probably not very competitive, but...
last time they very neatly did the very nice release of the skeletons and vampires and stuff for Age of Sigmar just after they did the skeletons. And the models were different, but were compatible. So all those skeletons that you had that were beautiful, and vampires, you could absolutely use in your Age of Sigmar game to give you a bit more variety, which was quite nicely done. And it feels like they've done the same thing here.
So
there you
go.
Scroll down.
I was going to say,
there is that paragraph. This book contains rules for using Nurgle's followers from Warhammer Quest Darkwater.
Yeah, there we go.
Cool.
Good spot.
Okay. Good spot. So you'll be able to use a bunch of your Darkwater miniatures. You'll be able to make a Nurgle army for Age of Sigmar. It certainly looks cool. There's some things that are familiar. The This is for this used to be a piece of terrain in 40k.
Yeah. That was like its OP at certain times until it got nerfed into the ground and all that jazz. It's kind of cool because it always reminds me of that tree the Headless Horseman popped out of in the Sleepy Hollow movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was a good film.
So it's certainly got some nice things. If you were a Death Guard player and you were looking for variety, I feel like there's a lot you could do with this stuff.
Yeah, you could. Absolutely. Because one of the things I do like about kind of Chaos is you can kind of mix in Sigmar bits into your 40k. And when you go over the top, it can look quite good. You know, I've been looking at mixing a few kind of Warhammer fantasy style Chaos Warriors.
Well, there's that old saying, isn't there? Which is, if you only want to collect one army, make it demons, and then it can be both fantasy and 40k at the same time.
I just quite like that. I love the old fantasy Chaos Warriors, and they do look quite good next to kind of power armored models. It's like this guy's just gone full on Baroque Chaos Warrior, and it fits. It's fine, doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's cool. So,
this is a new Warhammer TV animation, is it?
I haven't watched the trailer, but we'll watch it on mute so that we don't get copyright striked.
Sounds fair.
But
do the voice. Go on, Mark.
In the grim darkness, there is only war.
That's how we should have started the video. That's how we're starting next week's episode. People, the watch time on YouTube will say people watch for 2 seconds and clicked away from this.
All right, so we've got a new kind of
Sisters of Battle series.
New animation. Looks like Sisters of Battle.
Well, that's it, Eldar, is it not?
I've seen some that look a bit Eldar-y. Oh,
or maybe
very different now, isn't it? Oh no, back to that other style.
I think this must just be the trailer for everything that's
maybe
coming.
It's multiple different series, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Between clips from new shows, so multiple different shows being shown off. That's fair enough.
Are you guys still subscribed to Warhammer Plus?
I am. I'm not entirely sure why, but I think it's more that I've forgotten to unsubscribe.
I didn't subscribe last year because the models I didn't really care about, and the freebies I was getting for it didn't really bother me, and the amount of new content they were putting out didn't really bother me at the time. The archive is still really cool.
But they seem to they're not adding much to it. And there's so much backstory that they could keep adding, and they've really slowed down on putting stuff in there.
They never advertised it. They never made a big deal out of it, and it was always awesome. Well, you aware of the archive, John?
About the archive, and I just don't know why they've done this. Well, I've got a suspicion. Is all the books, the old codexes and stuff, they've taken all the rules out of.
Yeah.
They
did that right from the very beginning.
They used to have little bits of fluff text and stuff and cool little pictures and miniatures and that with them, which I'd like to see. But also, sometimes it's fun just looking at how models have changed over the years. But they've decided not to put any of that in there, I assume, to try and stop you playing old editions or something. But
yeah, I think that's so stupid because I love 2nd edition, and I have the books, and I even had the codex out, and I made a video for the Blood Angels Commander channel a few weeks ago about the old Death Company rules. Oh, cool. I don't have time to learn how to play 2nd edition again, right? Like,
no, nobody's going to do that.
I don't think any adult has time for that.
They've edited all the rules out for old.
Yeah, they've just left all the fluff and the painting pages and whatnot and so forth.
So it looks like you said, there's some new Sisters of Battle show. There must be
an Eldar show.
Eldar. There's also something called World Eaters Traitor Legion. That should be cool. You'd be right up your street, Tony.
Yeah, I love a bit of
Berserkers.
Bit of Berserker action.
Some more cartoons.
That's the big demon guy. What's his name? Bellicor. That's the guy.
Is it Bellicor?
Yes,
okay.
Bellicor, yeah.
I must admit that I was enjoying watching, was it Angels of Death, the first season that they did? But I found the episodes were like 8 minutes long or something. 8 minutes plus credits. So it's probably realistically the episodes were like 6 minutes long. And I felt like, for me, that's like I'm just getting into something in 6 minutes.
Yeah, I agree.
So I needed more.
That sort of thing, you need to be able to watch the whole series in one
go. They did that. It is on there. If you are subscribed, if you go on there at the moment, what they've got is like a long form edit, and it's all one film.
Yeah, supercut they call it.
Okay, no, that's what I need. I don't need. Yeah. I actually kind of hate shows that give me one episode a week.
It's a better way to watch it, to be honest.
I waited until all 8 episodes of Alien Earth were out before watching all of them over the course of a weekend, and that was really good. I think I'd be really pissed off if I had to wait week by week by week.
Yeah.
All right, so Horus Heresy. There are new Cataphracti Terminators and there's new Breacher squads.
This one caught me by surprise because
They've just done Saturnines,
I
yeah.
know they're about the same age as the Tartarus ones, but last edition we had loads of them in the box. I'm only talking a few years ago. We all got loads of the old models in there, and also they've not aged badly. The old models look fine compared to the new models, alongside the new everything else. So these ones just shocks me. They've got slightly different proportions. The shoulders are a lot slimmer. And I just felt like if they were going to do one of the two...
That's right, because they were in the first Horus Heresy big plastic box,
redo
weren't
one,
they?
the second edition Horus Heresy box, yeah. So to redo them this quick seems a bit... I know they weren't new when they were in the second edition Horus Heresy box, admittedly, but they were relatively... And the Tartarus ones just look tiny now.
Yeah.
So if I was going to... Whereas the Cataphracti ones look all right. So if I was going to pick one to do, I'd have done those Tartarus ones that just look weirdly slim.
Well, the Tartarus ones are always meant to be a bit more mobile anyway.
Yeah, but they're too short. So when you put them next to the new modern Space Marines, they're smaller than the current power armor guys.
Oh, are they? Is that small?
But if you want a bit more variety if you want a bit more variety for 40k, buy in these and using them in 40k. Absolutely, go for it. Do it.
Yeah, mix them in. Well, I've got a few Heresy Terminators and that. And I mix them in the squads to try and represent, like, some of them are carrying around like, old relic armor and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It looks cool.
Yeah, I think that gives your unit a lot of flavor. So, I mean, these guys look cool, though, right? Like, I've got nothing against them.
Right.
The heavy flavor is pretty dope.
Yeah.
I always liked when the bolter felt more like it was just two bolters stuck together.
But it was a combi bolter rather than a storm bolter.
Yeah, it felt more meaningful, or it felt nastier than a storm bolter, maybe. And then Breachers. These guys.
These are great. I picked up one of the old resin, many years ago now, the Warhammer event miniature Warhammer Day, Warhammer Festival, back when it was held in the NEC. Was one of these guys in resin. I've never got around to painting it, but I've always, it's like one of those ones on your shelf. I've got to get him painted. But these guys just look absolutely wicked.
They do. Why do we not have Breachers in 40k, honestly?
I have no idea. I mean, I can see them being more useful in tight confines like a Space Hulk or boarding actions.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm really fancying doing a set of these up, just using them as intercessors.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Use them because that's what they've got. They've got a bolt rifle, right? That's what an intercessor has. But they just look super cool.
And just doing them for boarding action games and that, it just looked really cool.
What will these guys be on 32mm bases these days? Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, and then their new scale as well. So the same scale really as Primaris ones.
Yeah, give or take.
So you can get. Oh, on you go.
No. It's a very. They are slightly different scale wise, but not loads.
Minor. It's pretty minor.
Yeah.
So you get 6 Cataphracti Terminators. You get 10 Breachers.
Cataphracti Terminators there.
Oh, sorry. Well, 6 must be assault weapons, and 6 are. 6 are Volkites, 6 are bolters. Okay.
Yes.
That's cool.
Isn't that a wicked box? If I could think of a decent way of integrating all of those into my 40k miniatures, I definitely would be tempted with that box.
Do you know what? If
it's a shame that Leviathan is just so last edition.
You can't play West Legends, isn't it?
Yeah.
If they changed the 40k rules to the idea you came up with last time, I would honestly be tempted for that box, because I love the idea of Legends 40k being the standard way to play and competitive 40k being something different. Because, it's so, to me, it's a no-brainer, because it's like, all right, that whole box is now super cool for my Space Marines, and it's all stuff that...
the Horus Heresy box is such good value for the amount of Marine models you get them.
Beautiful miniatures.
And it's all, like, I am bored of painting intercessors. Yeah. I've got 100 of the guys, be it ones with bolters, ones with pistols.
Never buy assault intercessors. Never, ever do it. Always buy a box of 10 assault Marines with jump packs from the Heresy range instead. It is just cheaper and they look great.
The other thing I quite like is you can run it, and I often do. I run my Leviathan Dreadnought with 2 melee weapons as a Britalis.
Oh, that's a great idea, yeah.
Same size.
Yeah.
Oh,
nipple weapons.
this box. All right, man.
And then, well, I'm doing a similar thing for my.
Heresy's been eating well for a while, hasn't it?
I don't like the Hellbrute miniatures they make.
Okay.
It's too weird and twisty and warpy, and I never really like that look. So for the World Eaters, I'm using Contemptor Dreadnoughts for 2 melee weapons.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's cool.
So I'm just using Chaos
Yeah,
Space Marine Dreadnoughts.
The Hellbrutes are still the old stumpy models anyway. That makes sense.
They're kind of in a halfway house. They just look weird. I don't like them. They're not. I just don't like the model.
They're fun to fight in Space Marine, though.
Oh, and Space Marine, that particular.
Oh, we need to finish the game. Have you finished the last level yet, John?
I have not played the last
We
level yet.
need to do that. We need to get you through the final level at some point. It is so worth doing.
Yes, I agree.
Amazing.
We've brought you this far.
Yeah.
We got to see it through.
I still maintain that's the best game I've played all year by far.
So they got new Skitarii as well for
Yeah,
Horus Heresy.
New
Then.
Mechanicus. I mean, these look like they're. What are those Necrons that weigh the flayed ones? This looks like the flayed ones version from Mechanicus, don't they? They're like
I'm not sold on these.
raggy shit, aren't they?
Because
it's all about.
For exactly that reason, I couldn't put my finger on what it was. It's only when you've just said flayed ones that's where I'm getting it. Because they do look like they're wearing like skins almost, and they just look a bit. I don't know what they're supposed to be. I feel like they'd fit more in like some sort of Chaos Warband or.
Yeah.
Are they supposed to be like a mix of like the Iron Striders?
Maybe.
You know, like with the long legs, maybe.
But dangling bits of chainmail on their crotches didn't really sell it to me either.
No, I'm not sold on these. These are. We didn't do our thumbs up or whatever for the last one. The last one I think was just a massive thumbs up.
Oh, was that the guy on the giant telescopic leg?
Oh yeah, I loved it.
He was crazy and weird.
Yeah, I don't like these.
Okay.
Maybe it's a colour scheme. Maybe if they were in
that's
traditional red, they might look better.
That's perfect, Mechanicus. That is.
Oh yeah.
What even is that?
What? I don't. God knows. It's something out of the Matrix, isn't it?
And what I quite like about that is it really does lean into what becomes your blight drones.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
So you can see that they've gone to the blight drone miniature and gone, what would have come first before it got all corrupted and mutated? That.
Yeah, that's cool. So this is a Mechanicus Skitarii battle group.
I'm sure it's a good starting point if you want to do that.
Like those roles?
Yeah, I think it pales in comparison to the Marines we just looked at, to be honest with you.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I'm not sold on that.
Okay.
I like that Mechanicus is a viable army in Heresy. It is good that they've got the extra stuff in there, but they're still creepy as fuck.
Absolutely right. So for that last one, I think a thumbs up for the Terminatory things, but a massive thumbs down for the Skitarii for me.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Right.
Now we come to Epic Imperialis.
New Epic.
Which I'm still salty as fuck that it is Horus Heresy and not 40k.
Yeah. I mean, I like it. I like these models are great.
Yeah.
They look, in fact, they look cuter in small scale, don't they?
Yeah, they do look pretty cute, actually.
They still remind me as nothing so much as those walking aliens out of the Fifth Element with the big shoulder things, which is great. Even though the original Terminators that had that design came like decades before the Fifth Element. Not decades, like a decade, but still.
So yeah, love them. They look great.
Awesome.
So you get 4 squads of Terminators, you get 4 of the Dreadnoughts. You get 3 weapon platforms, is it? Or you get a set of 8 platforms.
Yeah.
And then, what's that called again?
That's Mastodon.
The
Mastodon Super Heavy, yeah.
2 Storm Ravens, and is that like 8 Vindicator tanks?
That's Fire Raptors.
Oh, Fire Raptors, excuse me. And then
2 Fire Raptors, 8 Vindicators.
8 Vindicator tanks, yeah.
Oh, I kind of want that box set. That's right up my street.
Oh yeah, absolutely. 2 of those. You got a proper Battle Company scale stuff thing going on there.
And then you get the Super Heavies. That's a falchion because I've got that model for 40k.
Yeah, Epic Scale Falchion. Or
I don't know what that is.
It's the same thing with a different turret. It's a flamer turret, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a new thing. I think.
No, it says
I might be wrong, but I don't think I've seen it before. It says it's an Ascalon or something.
Ascalon. So it's basically got a Warhound Titan Flamer arm thing instead of.
Yeah, is that the neural
Okay.
wave cannon? Interesting.
It's pretty cool.
And then
You've got
The,
the
These are-
glaive on the right there.
Fellblade and Glaive.
The
Fellblade
Fellblade,
and-
yeah.
I really wish that when they did the new Horus Heresy super heavy plastic kit, that
Yeah.
they did the glaive, because that's still my favourite of those. I love
yeah.
that giant Volkite on it. I think it's wicked.
It's
Yeah, it
so
does look
sci-fi.
wicked.
It's very cool. Combined Arms Battle Group. That looks interesting.
So Space Marines. Bit of a weird
Yeah.
mix of stuff.
a lot of stuff, though, right?
Sniffon Jets, Land Raiders, Whirlwinds.
Like, how
Kratos
much does
tanks,
that cost?
That'll be about, if I recall correctly, it's 80 or 90.
80 or 90?
If it's
I mean,
anything
that's
the same as the other ones.
I reckon it'll be 100 quid.
it's a lot of models. It's a lot of models, though, right?
Yeah.
They are very small.
Yeah. How much making is in one of those dreadnoughts, for example? Like
Very little.
very little.
The
So
vehicle,
the whole thing is almost cast.
together.
You just stick it to the base, maybe.
yeah, all the infantry.
No,
that's
there's a
the
little
only-
bit of gluing, but yeah, not tons.
It's not much at all. Did you ever get the box set, Mark?
No, I didn't. I got to a point where I got so fed up because I'd order it off Element Games,
Yeah.
and GW short shipped, then restocked their own web store twice before restocking indies, and I thought, you know what, fuck you, I'm out, and didn't look back. And I regret it because I loved Epic. Epic was how I got into this hobby back in the 90s. It was amazing,
So,
but given all the shit and the bad feeling that I had around that, I thought, nah, screw it, I'm out. I've got the rulebook on my shelf though.
I mean,
I've
it
got the
looks.
box set, but I haven't really
it's-
done much with it.
Yeah, I mean, it looks super cool. I could totally get into it. I like the sheer amount of models you get. Seems crazy.
For me, it always seems more tactical when you're moving entire units and armies around the board rather than just individual models.
I've also always wanted to try out the tiny scale 40k, or in this case, it'd be Heresy.
Mhm.
You know, you just play Heresy normally, but you're using miniatures.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So you
Sorry,
can
my
play
train
on
ran
a
down the wrong
tiny
way.
battlefield.
I do like how like the box set is just casual. It's just like you just have two super heavy tanks in this box set, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. I mean, it looks exciting. I still kind of agree with you in that it would have been better if it had just been 40k. But I guess this way they don't need to make. How many armies are in 40k these days? 30.
Oh,
You know-
sure, but it would have been so cool with Gargants and Eldar Titans and
does feel
huge
that they've
Tyranid
decided that-
bioforms and all
Yeah.
of that.
They've just seemed to have decided that all of the specialist games are going to be Heresy. For whatever reason. You know, that. Because it's like we lost Aeronautica Imperialis, didn't we? Which was great.
Yeah. Excuse me. That went heresy only.
And now it's gone completely. It's just rolled into New Epic.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
They've not released any new stuff for it. It's oh well. Well, I've got stuff for it, and it's a complete enough game in and of itself.
so-
Just-
Give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'd just like it.
in principle, yeah, I'm cool with it.
Cool. Yep, like it. Right, next one then. What are we doing with this?
Apparently, we've gone from 54 novels in the Horus Heresy to 12 iconic novels in the Horus Heresy.
It's just another excuse to try and make some more money off Horus Heresy books and
I
novels. Isn't it?
sort of understand, but as long as they've done it right. You know what I mean? If they've
The key
gone-
books and the key story beats.
Because if
Yeah.
you go to people sometimes, you go, right, I'd love to get into the Horus Heresy, but it's really daunting. What are the kind of key ones I should read? Well, these 12.
And some of them are going to be written by people I don't like to read, and some of them are going to be written by people who are fun to read. And
So,
all that kind of jazz.
what
Yeah.
is it? So it's the first 4 books,
Yep. And then
and then sort of jumps about a bit.
a few that I guess it
I'm-
feels.
Do you know, I really don't like the first Heretic. I know it's one of the important ones, apparently, but I just don't enjoy that. Basically, anything to do with word bearers, I just find increasingly insufferable.
Fair enough.
That's-
If I got through the Heresy series by only reading stuff about factions and groups that I actually gave a shit about. I didn't read any of the others. I didn't really
I've
care.
read all the main novels and a lot of the side stuff.
Yeah.
And I'd probably say that about 40% of it is good, 20% of it is excellent, and all the rest of it is shite.
My philosophy about only reading the heresy novels with stuff that I liked in it meant that I found out and read the book that explained who the Sanguinor actually is and how he became a Sanguinor
Yeah.
before the vast majority of anyone else did, which was pretty cool.
So
Well, that wasn't the mainline book, was it? It was one of the little side stories.
Yeah, pretty much.
It was in one of the collections.
It was how the
What
Lion,
story books?
Guilliman, and Sanguinius left the Unremembered Empire and started to head back to Earth.
It
in
was in one
the,
of the collections.
I was going to say, in the sense of if you never collected the books up until now and you're trying to get into it, this doesn't sound like too bad an idea. The new cover does look kind of better than the original because the original had that like big square printout. You know what I'm talking about? For the
It had some really funny looking Sons of Horus, didn't it?
yeah, and I
Who are
mean,
they
I
really
think this
marketing
is
this for though, because
cool for I guess it's for people that have joined in the last 20 years that weren't willing to jump back 15 years and buy books that are 15 years old, maybe.
With all that Horus Heresy releases and stuff like that, people have joined and started playing it for the first time and might not.
to be fair, I suppose it's all sunk costs. They've already
Gotten.
paid the authors to write all of this stuff, so
One of
any
the
more of them they sell is pure profit.
one of the things I found really interesting is I've got 2 versions of the first 3 books on audiobook.
All right.
They're quite significantly different.
I really enjoyed the first one.
So when they 20 years ago or whatever it was, when that first kind of trilogy and that came out, they actually did an audiobook version of it at that time in a very nice kind of like collector's CD release.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's a box set of CDs, and I bought that, and it was only years later that I found out that the CD versions are actually quite heavily abridged.
Oh, okay, that's a shame.
So since then, obviously, I've bought like the Audible versions of that, and which are much longer.
God,
But what it does sound interesting, see, is I think it's the same voices that did the Audible version and the abridged one. So I think they recorded the whole thing and then cut it to make those CDs.
And make them.
Oh, that would make sense because you can only put like an hour on each CD, right?
Yeah.
And audiobooks are like 40 hours sometimes. So, yeah, I guess that would make sense.
I mean, I might be wrong. Someone in there is going, no, it was this person that did that version. And it's been so long since I've listened to the CDs because I don't even own a CD player anymore.
Yeah.
But,
do you know, I'm going to say this is good in principle because sometimes it's hard to get the old books. And I recently made a video where, like, if you want Dante on paperback, good fucking luck because it's £200.
Yeah.
So I don't think these ones have ever been as limited. Like, I think you could go on Amazon and you could buy Horus Rising right now for $5.99 or something.
One reprint of it or other. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
But like,
and of course, there's the Audible versions that are very easy to get.
Yeah, I would generally like if they did more of bringing old books back that obviously are out of print and have skyrocketed to ridiculous price. Did you know? Anyone that hasn't watched our channel for a while, a couple of years ago, we actually gave away Mark's copy of Devastation of Baal, which all 3 of us signed. We gave that away as a giveaway. Devastation of Baal is like £200 now for the paperback, Mark. So that was a good prize. Very generous of you. I'm not sure you would have done that if you'd known the paperback would have been £200.
For it. Yeah,
but
absolutely. I mean,
crazy, man.
We ruined it by writing in it.
No, do you know what? When you sent it to me, I was looking at it thinking, this is a really nice book and we're giving it away. How sad, because it's impossible to get it now. It's actually impossible. So I'm going to give this a thumbs up on the principle of I'd like more releases like this where they bring back old books.
Old stuff like this, more accessible to a new audience, has got to be a good thing in my books, to be honest.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. That makes sense to me.
Right. This one is awesome.
We're going into the old world. Okay, I know.
I have is that they've just had their battalion release, and that had loads of new miniatures, a whole army of new miniatures, beautiful miniatures. And we're like 6 months later, and here's another box of beautiful miniatures, like loads of different things. You're like, Jesus Christ, how can anybody keep up with this? And also, for everybody else. You know what I mean? It's like, because I know these are from scratch, so they needed it. But when you compare the new Cathay army to every other army in the old world, they're just 1,000 times better miniatures.
So tell me,
Is that because they are new models,
They
basically?
are all new models, all designed with like the height of modern technology, but with the spirit of Warhammer Fantasy.
Yeah,
and they did one of the things I love about this, and I'm going to gush a little bit here, was they did a release of they did some articles about how they were designed, and unlike some of the old stuff, cough old Dark Angels, which were more than a little bit problematic with some cultural appropriation going on there, these ones, they really do seem to have put a lot of thought into where they've got their origins from, where they've got the models from, where they're taking inspiration from. It's much more from Chinese history.
Right.
And it's been done really sensitively and really, really well.
can I
Sorry,
ask?
John, you were saying something?
Yeah, I know the old world, like the Empire, you know, like the Vampire Counts, whatever, and obviously the Chaos Wastes and stuff, and that's where you played in the first Warhammer,
Total War, yeah.
Total War. Where do Cathay fit? Are they on the old world continent, or are they on a different continent?
They're to the east.
They're to the east. So
They've always been on it, but never really done anything with in miniature.
The old world map was kind of a modification of the world map, right?
yes, of Europe, basically. Yeah.
So Europe is the old world.
Yes, correct.
The new world is kind of Illustria, which is mostly sort of your dark elves and lizardmen and that. So for the USA's. And then you've got Ulth 1, which is kind of floating around. You've got Albion, which is Britain.
Yeah.
And then if you go far enough east, you get to Cathay, which was like the Chinese Empire.
Yeah, so that makes sense. Okay, so like basically Asia, Japan, that sort of area.
China, and that was quite important. And that's what I really like about this, because too many people kind of conflagate Japan, Korea, and China. And they're three distinct civilizations, distinct people who don't always really get on. And you can quite upset a few people when you start, you know.
Oh, I'm with you. Okay.
They're very different peoples.
It's like when people call me English.
Yeah, kind of. This is your. Where in actual fact, we should be privileged. We don't want you. But yeah,
at least you're honest.
We built a wall to try and keep you fuckers out.
Yeah, you did. You did.
I do. I want all of my Scottish friends.
But anyway, yeah. So this is why I like it. This is what to me was so important, that they did put that little bit of cultural sensitivity in there, and they didn't start sticking samurai in China and things like that.
I see. Okay, so this is more China than, because I'm not very. I've never been east.
Yeah, it's Cathay, but Cathay takes a lot from Chinese mythology.
China. Okay. Cool. I mean, the models look gorgeous, don't they?
Stunning.
In the golds...
I obviously haven't seen these because I'm not out yet, but the I'm doing the last release for them.
Okay.
I'm doing a lot of the miniatures at the last release for someone at the moment, and in the hand they are absolutely stunning. And if I had the time to put the work that they deserve in, this would be a kind of showcase. I'm surprised there's not been more Golden Demons from it.
I see.
There were a few. You know,
so they use the head of the guy in front as a sight. We have Iron Hail gunners, the dragons on the guns.
They just look great to me.
Yeah,
peasants.
It's the best of the old classic Warhammer Fantasy.
No notes.
The best of the new technology for miniature making.
No problem. And the breaching of the Great Bastion.
Yeah.
It's like that movie, The Great Wall of China, isn't it? So I guess this is supposed to, in some sense, be that, the Great Wall.
Yeah, kind of.
Cool.
It keeps the Chaos Wastes and the Chaos Warbands and stuff out.
Makes sense. Cool.
So it's yeah. No, I think it looks cool.
Really stunning.
Did you ever watch that movie a few years ago
with Matt Damon in called Great Wall.
I
yes.
A load of people didn't like it. I thought it was really fun.
It was.
I enjoyed it. My wife was not so amused.
Bit more scathing, was she? That makes
She was
perfect
somewhat more
sense.
scathing.
Yeah.
With some of the some of
Well, the only
more-
reason I mention it is because they got the giant floating balloon things that they
Yeah.
did for the Cathay Army, and they're kind of in the film as well, and they were pretty awesome.
she's quite scathing of some of the liberties they took with historian
That's fair.
characters.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So Cathay coming to Warhammer Fantasy. Were they in it before, or are they?
They're new to the old world game,
To the reboot.
although
Yeah.
but they've been in the lore from the beginning, and we've had odd miniature here and there.
Yeah.
But the first time there's been a playable army was with the release of them earlier this edition.
I see. Cool. Okay. So next up we have Necromunda.
I love that they're continuing to support this and continuing to do new cool stuff for Necromunda because it deserves it. It's always been an awesome game.
And they've had some really cool miniatures. This guy, do you remember
300. Oh, I was going to say
remember the
300.
Watchmen movies and stuff? Ozymandias or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Mm.
This is clearly him with a mildly different name.
Absolutely.
He's a crazy model, actually.
John's sitting there going, who the hell was Ozymandias or whatever?
I'm thinking he could be a Blood Angels captain. There's so much gold on him.
He could be, I suppose. Well, that version a little bit less so.
That version is tight, though. I like that.
Ozymandias is famous for making a plan to bring the world together by blowing up several million people, nukes or in cities all around the world. And when the heroes turn up to try and stop him, he says, "You think I would monologue in a way by which you can stop me? I set the bombs off half an hour ago. It's already been done."
It's one of the
I see.
coolest sort of lines, wasn't it?
Mm.
But if you look at like the pictures of the comic book character and you look at this guy, it's him.
Oh, yeah, very much so.
Although without the zombie face when you take that off, who looks like the Nazi guy in Hellboy.
He does a bit, doesn't he?
You know, and he takes his helmet off finally. You see he's like with his teeth.
Ooh,
I like it.
Yeah, I see it now. Okay. Ugh.
Yeah, I like him.
Palatine Justicars. Okay.
All right. So these are...
They're kind of enforcers for the noble house.
Yeah.
I like these guys. I actually used my Palatine Enforcers as scouts in 40k.
Hmm. Yeah,
So-
that's good.
These guys could easily be used as henchmen for like Imperial henchmen or something like that. They're probably on the same size bases.
Yeah.
If you don't like the henchman models, you could do something with these very easily.
Hmm.
Like
I've got
they typically
a,
have like shotguns anyway, right? The henchmen.
Yeah.
I tend to run a Palatine gang for because I actually do play quite a lot of Necromunda. It's one of my
Oh, do you?
play
Okay.
games. And I run a Palatine
Good.
gang, so I'm excited for new miniatures for that.
They got a bit of an Egyptian vibe going on with this headpiece.
Yeah, a little bit, doesn't he? He's supposed to be like a judge, isn't he? I
Hmm.
Let's see.
think that's what they're going with.
I love that they came up with a way to keep squats in setting by saying that Votan is the big space-going culture, but squats are the ones who go off and do their own thing and don't reproduce via cloning and whatnot. And they're living on Necromunda and having a laugh, doing what they want.
Well, I think didn't all the rest of the squats get eaten or whatever as well?
I'm not. Did they ever make that canon? That was always
Yes,
like.
they did.
Did they?
Yeah, they
Oh,
did.
fair enough.
So it came out. Was it Jez Goodwin said it? And people kept asking about where the squats are, and he offhandedly says they were in the path of Five Fleet
Got
Bearmont,
eaten by
Oh
tyrannies.
yeah, I remember
were eaten
that.
by Tyranids. And eventually they did make some nods to that in later lore.
Okay, fair enough.
That's why we lost contact with them, because most of them got eaten.
These squats in armor at the bottom there, they always remind me of like the Volus from Mass Effect. They were kind of cool.
Yeah, I can see that.
All the robots are cool as well.
Yeah.
I
Kind of
must
Fallout vibe going on with them as well, don't they?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
must admit I bought the redo of Necromunda, but I just have never played it.
It's really good. The problem
You
is
bought the bajillion games that aren't 40k and have never played them.
the big problem with Necromunda is it suffers hugely from rule bloat.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to get into it now, it feels like you need about 30, because one thing they've not done, which I appreciate, is what they keep doing with everything else at the moment, and have not done a redo and wiped all the bloody books.
Yeah, where they
So-
make everything else, all these books you've bought over the last
Yeah.
however many years.
So
chuck in
now
the bin,
my
they're useless
Necromunda
now.
shelf is like that of books
Cool.
to play it, but at least all of those books are still usable. Whereas,
And
like,
relevant.
I've got nearly that many Blood Bowl books that I've suddenly had to put in the bin. You know,
No,
Yeah,
that's true.
yeah, I get
You're
you.
right.
the big thing that Necromunda is missing to make it an excellent game is a fucking index page. Because nothing is in. It's a Blood Bowl, brilliant, well organized, proper chapters, indexed. You can look up rules. Necromunda, none of that. It was like it was put together by a drunk blind person. If someone just chucked wadges of paperwork, right? They got all the paragraphs and things and said, right, I know you can't see it, and I know you're absolutely smashed, but can you put that together in some sort of order? Sure. And you've got this kind of rule book where it just jumps all over the bloody place with no thought, or it's like nobody was able to see what was written down.
And I'm still waiting for the Space Marine Codex to be alphabetized. I just want to go, like, aggressors go to the front of the book, intercessors go to the middle. You know, like I don't like how we go in any
I like
random
that they've-
order.
I do kind of like that they're organised by force org roles. So you
We
got
don't have a
HQ.
force
We don't
org,
have that
Tony.
anymore,
It's
though, right?
broken.
Yeah, sure. All right, fine. Okay.
But
When
no,
we
you're
have a
right.
force org,
They
it's
are
like
putting.
heavy support. We're all together.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. I think these new models look cool. If I played the game, I would be interested in them. I would much more realistically take these guys and put them in my 40k list. But
So yeah, big thumbs up from me on that one. Massive thumbs up.
cool. We're finally into Warhammer 40,000. We have.
We've got a drunk
Is that
Scotsman.
deliberately looking like what's his face?
What?
Who's that Katakan commando guy whose name I've
What?
forgotten?
Slime Arbo?
Yeah, is this like a squat version of Slime Arbo or something?
No, I don't see it, if I'm honest.
All right.
No, I think it looks like a stereotypical Scotsman.
He says he's a wild berserker, so maybe.
But like, it's that ginger mustache that does it.
I see.
It
Okay.
looks like who was the character from The Simpsons?
Oh, I knew what you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh,
You know,
the
when he does
groundskeeper.
that thing, he rips his shirt off and he's absolutely
Groundskeeper Willie, or whatever his name was.
Yeah.
This Groundskeeper Willie, the miniature.
It's fair.
Okay.
So is this what is this?
So
what
this will
is
be a
this?
named
Is this
character
series
for the
of,
Berserkers, because I think the Berserkers currently have no named characters, or they've got no leader. So this will be a character
new
that can lead
champions get
Berserkers.
stuck into close range brawls in 40k. So this is a series of champions for multiple different armies. Then, okay.
Yeah, and the squat Berserkers are basically Repentia. So they would run in, they'd fight on death, they do a lot of damage. But as far as I'm aware, up until now, they had no one that could lead them. So I assume this is now their leader.
Fair enough.
I'm not sure what his weapon is though.
It's
looks-
a hammer.
It'll be one of those squat hammers
It's
that's
like a magma hammer or something.
Yeah.
It's like a thunder hammer, ultimately.
It doesn't look like anything like the other ones.
no, it doesn't look like the other ones, but I imagine it'll be similar profile, which is like
It's a thunder
strength.
hammer with a pickaxe thing
Yeah.
on the
Yeah,
other
that's
side.
what they're
isn't it?
going for, but I'm not sold on that weapon. I think that long bladey bit at the back just looks a bit weird.
Hmm.
Yeah. Cool. We have two.
Just got piece protection.
He's got piece of-
Yeah, look,
There you go.
got an armored crotch.
Well,
Good.
some
You should do.
some things are important to keep armored, I guess.
Yeah.
We have two new Tau characters.
Yeah, I think they look wicked. Actually,
Sunseer and Scatterflare. Yay.
I think they look wicked. They fit really nicely with that new Farsight miniature that came out last year or the year before, which was miniature of the year for me, to be honest.
Yeah, it was solid.
I really like the little, like, the slightly techy, Gundam-y look to these
Nice
miniatures.
and dynamic,
really
very mech suit kind of. Well, they've always been that, haven't they?
Yeah, makes it commanders. I mean, more commanders is only a good thing, probably. It just gives them more options, right?
Well, they're lacking a little bit in special characters because they a lot of their special characters got legends.
Yeah.
So they really only have 3 now. And
I was going to
so
say the
pretty
3
much
commanders, yeah.
So both got big ass shields. One's got a fusion melter gun thing, and the other's got a
it's like plasma gun.
ion plasma thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's probably the ion burst, is it?
Dunno.
Ion
It's
scatter
ion-
cannon.
whatever that. Yeah,
Ion scatter cannon.
sure.
Yeah, you were right. Cool. And then we've got a new Tyrannid Prime with a lash whip.
She's all right looking.
Yeah, I'd quite happily put that in a Tyranid army. It looks solid.
It's very Tyranidy, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's very dynamic.
I
Posed.
think the angle, they could have picked a better angle to take that picture from.
That's always the way, though, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe they're trying to capture the whip, I guess.
A lot of these things you think it looks a bit weird, and then you see it in person, and go, "That's fucking awesome."
Yeah, people keep telling me that with that new Sanguinor model, but I still think it looks like a extra from Planet of the Apes.
Did you see the guy that made a brass Sanguinor?
No, but it wouldn't surprise me.
So someone took the new Sanguinor, I think he dipped it in brass.
Okay.
So it gave it like a brass finish, and then he just polished it. You would really like it, Tony, because I know that you were like really into like weird custom paint jobs.
Yeah.
You should search YouTube for like brass Sanguinor, because
I've
I
seen
saw it.
like put actual gold leaf on custodians and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I
or
thought
chromed or something like that. That sort of
the brass, because you always make the argument that like the Sanguinor shouldn't be wearing power armor because he's like a demon from the warp essentially. And when I saw the video, I was like, oh my god, Tony would love this video. I should have linked it
It's
to
not that
you.
it's the power armor; it's the fact that how the fuck did it get updated to the latest pattern of
I told you,
Primaris power armor?
warp
when it-
magic. I even explained it to you.
Um,
The warp is controlled and reflective of beliefs and points of view in the world around it, and everything reflects upon it. So if the modern world is reflected by updating everything to this
Right.
new type of
I think
armor,
it's just bullshit.
then
And
the
nobody really thought it
reflections
through.
of what's in the warp will be updated to reflect what's in
Whoever designed it paid no
Reality.
attention to the lore and just made a new miniature in the style of the current new miniatures.
and it's sold anyway because it's big and glorious.
yeah. Speaking of someone getting new armor, we've got Titus, who feel like he just got a model as lieutenant like
He did.
a few months
I haven't
ago.
got it out of the box, out of the cellophane yet.
Well, now you've got him back as a captain with what looks like a much more powerful power sword. Sorry,
Yeah.
It's still a
chainsword.
chainsaw.
Clearly, they've decided that Titus is the poster boy to get people. Oh my god! I'm so all about the.
Well,
40K
I'm glad they
things
bumped him back
going on.
up to captain because that was another thing that made absolutely no fucking sense.
It
It
kind of did. He's been
didn't.
like fucked
It
off with a
didn't
Death
make
Watch
sense.
for 100 years.
He didn't even bother changing
not a-
his name.
He's
And
not a
nobody's
captain
"Hang on,
anymore.
Your name written up over there.
He's not.
No,
He's not fought with us. He's not led anyone for a century. So let's just give him a bit of
he's been
demotion, so
lived
he's
for
got no
hundreds of
authority.
years.
Come on.
And full of people that you knew.
Well, they were worried that he was tainted by chaos, and that is fair.
Change that they all knew him.
Yeah, but they were worried.
And we don't know who you are.
But most of them probably died who knew him, with like a few key exceptions.
What kind of attrition rate are we talking about? The whole purpose
Space
of
Marines attrition
Space
rate.
Marines is centuries of experience.
So there's a big debate going on online at the moment, right? So obviously Titus is coming back as a captain, but
Yep, good.
and we've got some new wardens of Ultramar.
Well, they're not new. They're the people from the game, really, aren't they?
Well, new in terms of models, right?
Okay, yeah, sure.
Well, this guy's from the game, but I don't think the other ones. And
Yeah, he is.
like,
They're the
he's
two
from
guys
the,
from the game.
he's from the Warhammer Plus animation. But these
Yeah.
guys are.
The two Marines are, yeah. The
The two Marines,
random-
one's from the Warhammer Plus and one's from the game,
Correct, yes.
right? But these other people, a lot of them, I don't think any of these are old, unless I'm wrong.
No, these are probably
don't know.
like, what do they call them? Like serifs? Is that the right word for them?
I think it
What?
says something there about their names, but they're just like.
Wasn't one of them the
attendants,
commander of the ship at the first few levels of Space Marine 2?
aren't
That's
they?
why. That's what I thought. One of them was like fleet commander or whatever.
Sort of like-
It could be. It could well be. What's your thought on the miniatures?
I mean,
the Blade Guard is a Blade Guard, sure, that's all right.
he's a company standard bearer, whatever we call
Yeah.
them, company veteran. I mean,
Ancients always look cool with the cool flags. They just always have shit rules.
Yeah, I have to say that I really, really like these miniatures.
Yeah.
I mean, I know, yeah, he's a blade guard, but he's still a really cool one.
Yeah, that's fair. Just scroll
Um,
back up to the Titus for a moment, if you don't mind.
and I really like him.
I want to see him from more angles, but I agree, he does look good.
He's got that real kind of stoic power pose.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think he looks properly wicked.
There's only one model I've seen with a better stoic power pose, and that's Dawn. The Heresy Dawn model is just embodies that so well.
Yeah.
But no, this is good.
Yeah, so these are obviously new Ultramarines. We've seen a few rules for some other Ultramarines models as well since this came out.
Yeah.
This thing looks bananas and awesome and creepy and
It's another Necron for me
amazing.
to not remember what its name is. Sure.
Yeah, and not remember what it does when you fight it on the battlefield.
Yeah. How do you tell the Necrons apart? You kind of don't. You got to take your opponent's word for it, really, as to what they do.
I don't think that's entirely fair. Don't get me wrong. There are a couple of, I'm sure, generic things, but actually, when you think Necrons, I know you've got Silent King, but you think Trazam.
Yeah, that's fair.
And him pokeballing things has become such a long-standing meme.
Yeah, it's fair.
And then his book as well, The Infinite and the Divine, which is him being a petty bastard.
Yeah. And the floaty things with just the torsos and the big guns, they're all fairly iconic. I'll give them that.
Yeah, so I don't agree with that. I do think that the point of your standard Necrons and that is they are
faceless swords.
Faceless thingy. It's like skeletons are faceless thingies.
Yeah.
So I think that they've got really strong special characters, really strong ones. Properly iconic. And I think those new miniatures look really, really good.
I mean, obviously this has been spoiled months ago at this point. But yeah, he looks pretty cool.
Still looks amazing, doesn't it? And I was at Warhammer World at the weekend, and I noticed that they've still got the old one in the cabinet. They've not put the new one in the cabinet. It's still the old Nightbringer.
If this model is anything like that Eldar new character that I had to build that was on all that little spindly stuff.
Oh, Lycus, yeah.
It will be an absolute nightmare to build this model.
But
I imagine so. Can't see it.
I don't even collect Necrons and I want that.
I've heard good things about the Void Dragon, though. He's got the similar sort of weird lightning stuff beneath him, but apparently it goes together really solidly and really well. So
okay,
that could be good.
I mean, the old model was
Worlds thing.
Sorry,
this is pretty. Sorry, go on.
No, I was just going to say the old model of the Void Dragon was so meh. So sorry, the Nightbringer, yeah. So this just looks so much better.
The old one was great at the time, but it was the technology of the time. It's a very old resin miniature now.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, I think that looks absolutely stunning.
Yeah, absolutely solid. So it's pretty clear that 500 Worlds is going to be the Psychic Awakening.
Yeah, it's the end game, isn't it?
Yeah, the 6-month plot leading up to 11th edition that will release in January and come out, and then all your books will be redundant as soon as a new edition comes out. Because that's kind of the way it works.
Yeah.
What I'm wondering here,
anybody at the moment, unless you just like throwing money away, don't buy any books.
So this is a card slipcase that comes with 4 books inside it.
Looks like
and are they going to do? What I'm wondering at the moment is, are they going to do 6 sets of these, or like 4 or 5 sets of these? So
I think they will.
Each month there'll be the first one is Titus, the Battle for Unity begins. Then there'll be another one in February, another one in March, another one in April, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they will.
Because that's going to be fucking expensive.
So was the last bloody. Because how many books were in?
Oh, sure, but they were just one book. This is 4 books per
per they
period.
Might be really slim. I don't know, but I'm expecting 40 quid.
4 quid for the 4 books.
Sorry, 40 quid. I reckon that's going to be a 40 pound, 45 pound or so little set.
I don't think so. I think that's going to wind up being like.
Yeah, I think that's £100, but I think that's it. Like, I think this is the whole Psychic Awakening in one drop.
No, I don't. I'll tell you why I don't think that. Apart from that, it's just called Titus, but the tagline is "The Battle for Unity begins." So there's going to be at least the Battle for Unity continues, and then there's going to be the Battle for Unity concludes.
This is 500 Worlds Titus. It's like 500 Worlds Part 1 is the way I'm seeing
it. It's like
this.
Arcs of Omen, Angron. Arcs of Omen, Abaddon, you know.
That's true.
I think they've decided that people, once they're buying into the series, want to get the whole series. So instead of making it one book, each part of the series is going to be 4 books, and they're going to like double, triple the price of what you're paying for each step of the series.
Can I tell you something? I didn't buy the last 2 of these. I didn't buy Arcs of Omen for Psychic Awakening. I bought a single book.
I bought a couple from Psychic Awakening, and actually, if I'm honest, I wish I'd bought the others simply because the fluff was so good for Psychic Awakening, even though it didn't go anywhere.
Okay. I bought the core book for Arcs of Omen because I liked, and I still like boarding actions.
Yeah.
But one of my friends bought the others, and I just like took photos of the pages with the rules.
I've got the full set of Arc of Omen.
And how often do you use them is the question.
Never.
Oh, they're redundant now.
I used it at the beginning, and then I never touched them again because the new edition came out before I got to play enough boarding actions.
So,
And now, of course, there's a new boarding actions rulebook, which renders them all completely irrelevant. It does a really good job, but
can I ask something? And it's probably going to sound like a dumb question.
Go.
As someone who's like you said, you made fun of me earlier for buying board games that I sell. Like, I haven't bought too many board games in the last 5 years. In fact, I've actually sold like 3 or 4 of them because it's like, when am I actually doing this? So if this is £100 buy-in multiple times, and realistically, I'm going to play 1 or 2 battles from this entire book. In reality, I'm probably going to play 0.
it's appealing to a collector.
It's for collectors only. Like, it's not actually so.
And there'll be like a 5-month period where the overpowered broken rules in it will dominate the meta game.
For 6 months or whatever it is, you're going to have this position where if you want to compete in tournaments, you need all these books.
See, I would much prefer.
Or maybe you need 5 pages out of one of these 4 books.
Yeah, I think you're right.
You probably need 5 pages out of one of the 4 books for every single set.
Yeah.
God,
I hate that.
Well, I just can't. Bottom line is, I just won't afford that, I guess.
Oh, great, yeah.
I haven't bought an awful lot in 10th edition. I bought a few bits and pieces. Well, I bought World Eaters Army, but I don't envisage myself buying these because it would only be for the fluff.
I can see the fact that plastering Titus all over it, given how amazing Space Marine 2 was, that's going to bring in a lot of sales.
What I'm hoping happens, though, is that because the way these are split up, that if you're a competitive gamer and you need the latest rules, then it's all in that detachments book, right? So for the 4 books, you only actually need that detachments one.
Oh, they're not going to sell it separately.
Sorry?
They're not going to sell it separately.
I can't hear, mate.
They're not going to sell it separately.
No, I know they won't. But I'm hoping that people buy that box set and then sell the other books that they don't need because they only need one of them. So that, like, that the one that's listed as Titus is probably, or Dread Incursions, that's probably all the fluff.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
buy secondhand.
There's a breakdown as to what's in the books if you scroll up or down a bit, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think it said Dread Incursions is boarding actions, yeah.
Yeah, so all I want is that first book out of the 4. So I'm hoping that people decide that so Dread Incursions is boarding actions. Yeah. So hopefully people buy the set, go, I only want the detachments bit because that's the bit that applies for rules 40k, and I'm a tournament player.
Yeah.
And that means that I can just buy the bit I want, which is Titus.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, eBay, some people definitely do that.
Because that's all I'm interested in, is the lore and the pictures.
So you know right away, though, if the Titus Detachments book in this has got Space Marines detachments in it,
it does.
You're going to want to be able to read that and do it for Blood Angels.
Can't be fucked.
It said that there was going to be 3 detachments in there. I hope they're going to be Ultramarines focused.
I'm not going to I'm not going to do any serious tournaments between now and the end of the edition. We've got one doubles tournament that I can't see us being that bothered by.
No, they still haven't put up the fucking rules pack for it yet. It's pissed me off.
So I'm just getting it for the fluff and the pictures, so I'm just going to do that. So apart from the 500 Worlds, what do we think about the other release? The 40k release for that really excites me. I think that's really cool. really nice miniatures, especially those Space Marines and those Necrons.
Yeah, parts of it I'm really happy about. Parts of it I'm really down on.
What is it you're really down on? Is it the book?
It's the book and the cash grab element of the book and the book series.
I
Because
think
we've seen it.
we just have to get on board with the books at the end of the series, at the end of the edition being very expensive. I think my issue with it is the time, right? You know, like, even if this book comes out on the 1st of, like, what are we, like 2 weeks from December, even if it comes out on the 1st of December, at max, it won't come out on the 1st of December, it's probably going to be January, right? At max, you're talking 7 months, right? As an adult that gets busy for a week here or a week there, like, how much, like, I haven't even bought a Vindicator. I haven't been buying Firstborn units for 3 years because I'm worried about them getting squatted.
Yeah.
The whole last edition when we had World Eaters and Imperial Guard that were out for like a couple of months before the end of the edition.
Yeah,
and then
and
these
suddenly,
replaced
oh
them.
shit, all your codices are redundant now. We're gonna.
Like, well, this has only been out for like a month, and I've got.
Yeah, it's a real feels bad moment for the hobby, honestly.
It was pretty
real.
awesome.
I try not. I mean, we all try to be pretty positive, but it is a feel. It's probably the worst thing about it. It's like why we've been campaigning for digital rules for the longest time.
Yeah, it's fundamentally why they're changing the edition. It's nothing to do with the game. It's to
Make money.
It's to make people go out and buy new set of books and stuff.
And if the rumours are true and 11th Ed turns out to not be a complete rewrite of the rules, and then it's basically 10.5, and then all your old existing rules kind of work, but they're obviously going to release new codices and new rules and new models and all this.
I'm not bothered by that because that's what they used to do for.
Oh, sure, but
every edition,
like, literally wiping everything from the slate clean with the new launch. It's like, right, all the stuff you've bought, chuck it away right now. I hate it.
Yeah, well, I mean, get prepared because I think you'll be chucking away some more Firstborn Marines, Mark.
Well, yeah, fine.
But I
resigned to it at this point.
Yeah, I still think your idea of Legends 40k being the default sounds so much more fun.
Yeah. It would be nice.
I think we're on the last one, aren't we?
I think that's it.
One. No, we have the kill team.
That's something
different. All right, forget that then.
That's a regular Sunday release thing.
That is the new.
I really like those new stealth suits. I think they look a nice combination of the old XV15s and the newer XV25s.
And for the record, the Wolf Scouts just got some rules this week, actually, like a dedicated data sheet. And the Wolf Scouts are in. They're basically, because they're fast, obviously Spruce Wolves all got like an inch added to their data sheet. I know this is completely off topic, but they're actually very good at killing other scouts. They have this rule that if you target an enemy and they're like not within 6 inches of any other enemy, which I imagine your scouts would be like forward deployed, they just get +1 to wound against that unit. So it's like Wolf Scouts, they are expensive, but they're basically just going to be like the scout killers
for picking off outlying units.
Yeah, that's really nice for killing things like chaos spawns and those sort of like annoying
stuff that infiltrate in
and trading pieces and stuff.
So Wolf Scouts, like a couple of squads of Wolf Scouts just clearing up the midboard in the early game might actually be really cool. And I mean, when you look at the weapons that they've got, right? They've got like guys in here with like a plasma gun. Well, plasma gun with +1 to wound is going to be pretty useful, you know, against pretty much everything.
Yep.
So,
and a good old doggo as well, of course. Everybody likes a good doggo model.
Yeah, they're usually just used for screening. But so that was a quick look, I suppose, at the preview from the World Championship.
Some reactions, everything you disagree with or agree with, tell us in the comments. We love to hear this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Ideas you've not thought of, that sort of thing.
Overall feelings, gentlemen?
Yeah,
there's a lot there. There's been some miss previews over the years where it's like, why have you even bothered? Who cares about all of this? But this is a good mix, and there's some nice stuff in there for basically everything. None of it was a massive letdown.
John?
Yeah, I'm torn because I really liked being able to have a lot of the Horus Heresy stuff inside my games of 40k, and I think I'll always like that. And seeing cool Horus Heresy stuff that's unique, and it was, you guys will attest to this. It was never competitive. You never turned up to a tournament with 3 Leviathan Dreadnoughts and go like, haha, I've got 3 Leviathan Dreadnoughts, I'm going to win the tournament. Everyone was like, oh, cool, you've got Leviathan Dreadnoughts.
Competitors with dual Volkite. Yeah, they do.
Remember that?
Yeah, well, occasionally they made mistakes. But yeah, I think for the most part, the Horus Heresy stuff was just fun. You turned up with it because it was unique and it was fun.
Look cool.
And and usually
look
were
the same as every other Space Marine out there.
And they were passion projects for nothing. And I miss not having that. Like I said to you earlier, like I've painted 100 intercessors. I'll never be excited about painting a jump intercessor, an assault intercessor, a regular, like, we've done that. You know, like, and that's when you would go and buy something from the Horus Heresy and be like, I want to field a siege drill because it's fun and it's different, you know?
Yeah.
So
I think people are getting a bit too hung up on it, and it's a bit like Mark was saying earlier. I've never bought a jump assault intercessor. I've never bought one. I've got a couple in boxes of other things that I've bought. But if I want jump assault intercessors, I'm going to go to the Horus Heresy. I'm going to buy a box of 10 jump marines. Because they're cool. They're the right size bases. They're about the right size miniatures. There's nothing says you can't do that. And I'll do that. And it's the same with like Terminators. Mixing in some of those Cataphractes and Tartarus and things like that. Because unless you're going to the most hardcore of tournaments, people don't generally worry about it. You know, I've got 3... I've got 5 of the Terminators with the swords and shields, whatever they were. The Blood Angels ones.
Yeah. The Crimson Lord, not Crimson Lords, Crimson Paladins.
Which, as soon as I find one more, I'm going to turn into a squad of 6 Blade Guard.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool. It's cool.
It's the right size model, right size base.
Yeah. So maybe I'll get a squad of Breachers, actually, and I'll make, next time I need Intercessors, I'll just make some Breachers.
And then when you're playing boarding action, they can look wicked.
Yeah. So for the most part, I think it's a good mix. I'll probably still mix models. So I think overall, I'm pretty
for a
impressed.
hobby that is still about. Ultimately, it's about painting your models, which is art, which is self-expression, and the way they've gone with making so many models unposable and uncustomizable in all the ways that they can only like go together in one way these days has gone against that so much. Removing the ability to have the self-expression and customization in the models feels like a loss.
Yeah, I agree.
It is, and that's why, because of course a lot of the old miniature designers, things like that, all moved over to specialist games.
Yeah.
And that's why we can sort of still see in like Necromunda, that sheer amount of posability, compatibility, and fun. And the same with Horus Heresy. You know, Horus Heresy, the miniatures are still largely all compatible with each other. You can build what you want, you can modify what you want, you can convert how you want, you can make it cool, unique, your own army. People keep telling us in the comments, and yes, we do see it. Yes, we probably all should be playing Heresy because all of our complaints are addressed in Heresy.
Yeah.
But there aren't any Xenos in it, and I quite like some of the modern units.
Yeah, and I resent having to do that when I feel I shouldn't have to.
Yeah.
So it does still exist. It's just sort of moved, I suppose, out of 40k.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you so much for sticking to the end of the video, guys. We do appreciate it.
Yep. I think we're going to get this video out as quick as we can, so I don't know when it will come out, but it will be out soon.
I mean, it'll be out very soon from the point you're hearing us say this and watching it. So, yeah, it absolutely will be.
So, we'll see you next time.
Indeed.
Cheers,
Bye-bye.